Good morning. It's a beautiful Monday in the city of Lagos. Yes. How have you been? How's your weekend been? Welcome to Family and Values. You know, I usually say when you see these beautiful faces on the screen, know that it's time for family and values. And it's going to be another exciting, educative, very interesting episode trial this week. You don't want to miss it. It's something that, you know, that this week is very exciting. And, you know, we're approaching the end of April, just a day to the end of April. So you understand why you need to get yourself going. Yes, like I used to say, when you wake up in the morning, it's important to motivate yourself. Nobody's going to motivate you with the way the country is going. Say words of affirmation to yourself. Stand up, get and get moving. Yes, it's Monday. The traffics are back again because of schools have resumed. Second week into resumption is not funny. Trust me, it's not funny. Welcome once again. My name still remains Joy Abu. We are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please download the Galaxy mobile app. I can't beg you enough. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on your Facebook notification so that you know when family and value is on. Tell a friend to tell another friend that it's time for family and values. Yes, without taking so much of your time this Monday morning, because it's actually a business day. We are getting into business. I have Olori seated in the building. Olori is here, and today she's putting a touch of red. I will mention it, even if she doesn't say it. I will mention it. Good morning, my better half.
Beautiful morning to you, because she's looking all yellow.
Yes, I brought the brightness this morning, even though Nigeria doesn't want this morning was looking some. I brought the brightness.
I don't know, I'm bringing the danger aspects of the vibe this morning, but not to cause you any harm, but to tell you that another week is here, and we need to move on. We need to strive. We need to go on to do the needful, because it's another week. And to God be the glory for another grace, another privilege. We are grateful to the Almighty God, even for giving us a day like this. My name's Olori Adejoke Adunbi David, and I hope you had a wonderful day with us as we continue.
Yes, and I hope you do, because our producer is back. After all the 2 weeks leave she did, she's back to the studio and she's here, you know. How long will you run? You'll be here with us. That's why we are family anyway. Okay, so let's go on our mini feature so that I have an idea into today's topic. I told you it's very fast business this Monday morning, because what we have to discuss is something that you need to know. It's something that touches the heart. We'll go on a quick mini feature, and when we return, our guest is seated.
Premarital sex is sexual activity which is practiced by people before they are married. It is also considered a sin by a number of religions, and also considered a moral issue which is taboo in many cultures. Premarital sex refers to sexual relations between two people prior to marrying each other in Western societies, for men and women to marry above the age of 21, and there was no considerations that one who had sex would not marry. The term was used instead of fornication, which had negative connotations and was closely related to the concept and approval of virginity, which is sexual abstinence until marriage. Premarital sex is quite common, and those who engage in it are getting progressively younger. One often hears everyone is doing it. So what's the big deal? In some circles, to be a virgin after a certain age is considered freakish. Secular society, the media and many educators convey the message that it is alright to have sex as long as you're responsible. Causes of premarital sex: erotic relationship among students, peer groups and negative influence, poverty, materialism and poor parental upbringing, pornography, pleasure, indecent dressing and exposure, cultism and use of force, ignorance and lack of sex education. We live in a corrupt society where people do not see anything bad in ungodliness. They do not see premarital sex as sin. They see it as a normal thing. Hence, girls are often encouraged to dress by exposing their bodies. Premarital sex has become the norm of the society, when some Christian youth find it difficult to cope in this type of environment. Hence, they fall into this ungodly act. Covetousness and lack of discipline has led many singles into the dungeon of premarital sex. Impatience, urge to get married at all cost, has led many into error. Bad parenting, wrong association, television and so on. Some believe that having sex before marriage benefits them in various ways in knowing their sexual experience, sexual compatibility, stress level, sexual problems. They believe sex before marriage helps you recognize sexual problems, which may help you to work on it or seek help before getting into marriage. Dangers of premarital sex. One tends to lose interest in the partner. High possibility of a breakup. Premarital sexual relationship can disrupt your mental health. Premarital sexual relationship do weigh on your mind and can be a trigger for stress. Trauma is cause of unwanted pregnancy. High risk of STDs. You step into your marriage with an emotional baggage. Sex is not just an act between two bodies, it is an engagement of the mind and subconscious too. The premarital relationship may lead to infidelity. You seek spiritual damage. Religious conditioning and beliefs are a major influence on a person's value system and thought process. Most religions advise against sexual intimacy in premarital relationships. Avoiding premarital sex. Avoid tempting situations. Set your limit. Dress moderately. Develop self-discipline and self-control. Work more on your relationship with God and watch your thoughts.
Okay, welcome back. Yes, from the mini future, you already know what we'll be discussing, premarital sex. But before we go into today's topic, we have a seasoned pastor. Yes, he doesn't want to be addressed as a pastor, but I want to address him as a pastor because he is the president of Christ-like Ministries. He is the founder. He is also a marriage coach. He's been married for 18 years anyway, so don't look at him and think 18 years is no biz. We have Pastor Andy Joseph in the building. Good morning. Let me put the last name Akpan, so it's from my place. This is family seated here. Good morning.
Good morning.
So good to have you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you. I know when I came when I went to pay a visit, I said, see, this visit is two things in one. You'll be a guest on our show. and you know, I'm glad with the fact that you didn't just hesitate. It's okay, no problem. I'll be there. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, before we go into today's topic now, did you find it very difficult coming here due to the fuel crisis?
Yeah, actually, it wasn't difficult, but God made it. God knows how to.
Okay, yeah, provided fuel for you. How did you find it?
No, actually, I woke up early.
So I think either I woke up early or I woke up late. The fact still remains that no Pengerson representative should come out and let us know what exactly is happening. Lots of people find it difficult. Is it just panic buying? Is it that they have this way of having meeting? You sell this time. You don't sell this time. You are the only person who can actually give us the right answer to the situation on ground, so that Nigerians will have a piece of. It is not fair. People are struggling to get money, and at the end of the day, they will still struggle to get fuel to use, to move around, to do their normal business. I beg. We are not.
You know the thing, the transport skyrocketed.
Yes, now it has to go 50%, 100%. If someone can take Songo for 150, 1.5 from Songo down to Ikeja. Last week we were going to Lekki. We had to take it 2,000 naira from Bega to Lekki, 2,000 láàrin Èkó. Torí kíni ta la ṣe? Please, you need to come out and address the situation.
NNPC said it's transport. They have issue with their transport. There was a popular actor that came out and was crying that in his area they sell for 900. In my area is 1,000.
Imagine.
So you can imagine.
Yesterday I bought for 1,000 for church service.
So please, let us work on this. Their representative should come out and really talk. God has been helping us.
We need the massive.
But we'll continue to talk and talk and talk. We'll never keep quiet. The only thing we'll not do is to, go out to take it the other way around, so that we all have peace of mind. But please, we need to address this.
Okay, aside the fuel crisis, let's go into the business of today. Yes, we would be discussing premarital sex. This is one controversial topic a lot of people shy away from. Now, when I brought that to you, you didn't shy away from it. You were like, it's fine, don't worry, we'll go about it. Now, I want to ask you this question. what is your take on premarital sex? I don't want you to come in from the clergy aspect. I just want you to speak, generally, then you could bring in, but what is your take? You can't take the clergy out of you anyway. What is your take?
I thank God you know that.
A lot of things are happening, and I thought that premarital sex is an activity which practiced by people. They are married people. They are practiced by them. I had a lot of conversation with a lot of people and also experience about the premarital sex, and I got a conclusion yesterday while I was just going through my study, and I discovered that a lot of things are happening, and it all governed with Immorality Act. When I came to realize that is a spirit attached to it.
Is a spirit.
Yes.
Okay, that's being spiritual.
Now, the spirit attached to it. Can we really say it's a spirit, or is the fact that many just have a way of,
Lack of self-control?
self-control, and they just believe it's the normal thing. I'm a Christian and I'm a believer of the word, but as much as that, I know you are looking at it from that angle. But regular man, woman, who doesn't understand the things of the spirit will look at it and say, everything about Christian spirit, Now, let's go to our mental state, our own human form. Someone said, I picked this and I decide to, eat it up without asking who owns it. Does that make it a spirit for me to just take it without? No. So, I know to have sex before marriage, our culture, our tradition, our forefathers, our great-grandparents will always tell you, keep your virginity. They tell you all the good advantages,
dignity,
the pride,
the pride,
and you want to really, they will cut it so much that if you have your brain, and you love good things, you want to look honorable, and you want to present yourself honorable to see the flow on that your wedding day. You want to keep it. So I don't want to believe it's the spirit. Many don't want to believe it's the spirit. I just believe it's the state of mind.
It's a state of mind. The problem we have is that in premarital sex, there are a lot of things involved.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, we have danger of it, we have the effect of it, and then we have the cost of it. Let me start with the effect of the premarital sex. It will lead to pregnancy. That's number one. One sin always leads to the other.
Unwanted pregnancy.
So when it leads to pregnancy, it will also lead to abortion. And sometimes I discover it in this atmosphere that people got involved in premarital sex because of their background, where they come out from. Some were not real trained by a good parent, or some were not really brought up by their parent, maybe some were abused or harassed, So some of them, out of accident, they engaged in premarital sex. And then some, they did it out of influence of media. What they watched, the phone issue. Our generation now. So anything they see on Facebook,
it goes. It's a normal thing.
With it, with the creativities to see how they can. I learned a language from my daughter, and then I said, "What language is hook up?" He says it's normal. It's normal. I said,
normal. What is normal?
I don't understand what is normal. He said, it's normal.
I don't think she herself understands what it means to have hook up.
And I know that hook up is attached to premarital sex.
Yeah, premarital
because definitely
sex.
there are normal people that are.
Of course.
Yeah, there's going to be.
And I said, what do you gain by hook up? It's a money of cost. So now I discovered that it can also lead for money. Like, let me do it because I'm looking for money.
Yeah, that's
it's not
the
an
major
excuse.
reason.
It's not an excuse to give yourself up because of money. Okay. Because there are a lot of young daughters out there in the street. Even when I was driving, I saw some young fine ladies hawking, oranges, and then, some selling pure water. I know there are people that they say, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I used to hook up. and then there's danger out of it. So I believe that we need to say it out to our next generation because it's becoming a kind of a lifestyle.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
just a
is,
life-
it
yes.
is, it
And
is.
people see it as normal
As
something.
normal.
Normal. And it's not all of them that really understand the
It's really-
normal.
it's not all
Because
of
she
them,
is saying,
yes.
do you know, I was telling someone that the baby mama that you are looking at now, it has been.
It has been before.
They just need to coin it and
Coin
give
it
it
and give it
a
their-
trending
a
name.
trending this-
The same thing with hookup. Some call it escorts. Some call it hookup. It's still the same thing. You go do connecting and all that, but don't let's leave our topic for today. Now, if after marriage, couple found out that one of them is not sexually active,
Okay.
what do you think they should do?
Hey, you know what? That is a very difficult question. You know, because at that time, the marital rite had been conducted.
Yeah, they're already man and woman,
and
husband
Mrs.
and
It's
husband and wife,
and that-
until death do us part.
So that is when the word comes in for better for worse.
Okay.
You will
For
take it-
greener,
yeah,
for-
you will take it the way it is. Yes, you will take it the way it is because I believe that you know as a youth we need to work on ourselves. I said something the other day that you know the life that you live today definitely will speak for you in
Yeah.
the future.
Definitely.
See, it all depends on the husband aspect. Yes, because if you discover that the wife is not the person he think of, because maybe that sometimes you can see a lady and then you believe so much and then you don't want to have premarital sex with the person because you are a Christian. Then after marriage, the lady, do you know that she's having funds all over, and then you are keeping yourself. At the end, when after the marriage you then discover it. Well, I want to leave it to God because
It will be very difficult to lead to God though.
it will be
Because
it will be
she will need to get pregnant,
but
the
definitely-
family will be waiting for a child,
Yeah.
and the husband is not sexually active, maybe as a result of anything, medical terms or situation that needed to be handled, and some may not be. It may be a natural cause, like someone who is not, who's, how do I put it down? Who cannot have erection.
Okay.
Talk less of even saying, I want to sleep with my wife. I want to have a conception. We call it communion. Yes, with my wife. Yeah, you know, you cannot commune with the wife in the other room. And the wife is expecting my husband will be joining me. In short, from the night of the wedding. The husband said, you know, we're all tired. You know, let's go and rest.
It's always
We have had
excuse.
issues.
I know, yeah.
I have come across, you know, couples who have gone through that. And at the end of the day, we have to tell them, Mama, the next thing is for you to go on a divorce because you cannot find a quick solution to this problem. So what do they do? Yes, God will do his part. He will give them children. But that is when they come into conception. They come together as husband and wife to meet, expecting that one of these days it will lead and it will germinate and they will have a pregnancy. So
Okay,
what
Pastor,
do we do?
before I allow you answer that question, let's go to the word of Maguland. First of all, let's hear from our viewers what they have to say concerning this topic. We'll be right back.
Okay, welcome back. We are still discussing premarital sex with Pastor Andy Joseph in the building. Doctor.
You want me to still put the ampan?
Yeah.
That is our native
That
thing,
will
ampan,
make him
ampan.
complete. He's a complete
Okay,
man.
always
Make
say
him
that
complete.
we should-
I
okay.
love calling names.
Calling names.
We are so blessed in Africa.
Yes,
you know
you
that
know.
when God give us name, we project that name. There's a reason behind that name.
Okay.
There's a
Pastor
blessing behind it.
Andy,
Andy
Joseph Akpan.
Akpan.
Love that.
Okay, so welcome back.
A round of applause for her.
With
Okay,
a bottle
before we went
of.
on that break, Olori asked her question.
Yeah.
I want you to
Give an answer to that question that she asked.
Like I said, you know, discovering that you know the spouse have gotten married already, and then they are very involved in premarital sex. One of them are. So there are a lot of things involved. Yeah, like I said earlier, as long as forgiveness comes in, definitely you have to forgive. Yeah, because before you said I do, there's a covenant, there's an oath you took. Because I said something the other day that the mistake you make today will wait for you in 20 years.
Yes, of course.
So,
but then, Pastor, let me ask. Now we know that this situation is on ground. We know that the young ones, the Gen Zs, the ones we are talking to, can't really do without premarital sex.
Yeah, definitely.
Because somebody will tell you, how do I know what I'm going into? Let me test what I want to have. But then, in what way can we have a relationship that doesn't necessarily have to lead to premarital sex, to avoid premarital sex, yet and still understand sexual compatibility? Because we notice that even during counseling, even in churches, people don't talk about these things. This is one topic they just want to sweep under, and it's something that is eating. There are so many marriages that are suffering because you hear a woman say, I wish I had known, I would have tried this before getting in. So how do we have a relationship that will lead to marriage? Because today we are talking about generally courtship and dating that would not necessarily have premarital sex experimented, but the concept and everything about it is understood.
I love that. Let me just put it this way: avoiding premarital sex. Okay, I stated some things. You must avoid tempting situation.
Tempting situation. Brother, sister, don't go and visit. Let's have fellowship in the Lord.
Those are the things you already said it all. So that is number one, you need to understand. And then number two, you have to set a limit.
Okay.
You must set a limit. Then develop self-discipline. With that self-discipline, you involve in it. I had a case when a daughter came to me and said, Daddy, something is bothering me. I said, what is happening? He says, a man that proposed to me that wants to marry me says that until she is pregnant.
They might want to be sure that that you can't conceive.
Until she's pregnant, nothing like marriage.
And do you know the mother-in-law can also be a room to that? The husband's family, husband to be family.
Get her pregnant, then we marry her.
Yeah, that's what many of them do.
I told her, okay, has he met your parent? I said yes. Has he come for introduction? I said yes. Okay, go ahead. Because definitely it was a kind of a no going back. I would like to what's going to happen if I don't do this. I will lose the man, and the man is already making up his mind to travel out. They said, if I don't see my wife pregnant, if I travel.
Yes, if he travels, because his mind will be addressed. Yes.
Another thing, because of our time, you know, of recent, where I belong, I've just come up with the fact that even if the white wedding or the wedding proper is not done, if you first do the introduction and the engagement before you now plan to do your loud wedding. Now you just mentioned somebody that you just advised the lady to go into traditional, you know, preparation of the wedding, the parents meeting and all that before they got married. I want to ask, can you just give us some of the things that you think our youth can put to knowledge when it comes to premarital sex, apart from pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy, apart from going into what do you call it now, going for abortion, apart from getting all manner of sicknesses and diseases that come to premarital sex? What other things do you think the effects this has on people that project or work in that angle?
Yeah, like I said before, there are a lot of effects that comes in. You know, apart from it can lead to pregnancy, and it can lead to abortion. So what I would say there is that we need to understand that there are all dangers on this aspect. Yeah, there are dangers on this aspect. If you can work on your self. Like a Prophet chapter 25 verse 28 says that he that had a rule over his heart. So when you cannot have a rule over your spirit, you are like a broken wall. A wall as a wall as a, you are like a city without a wall. Are you with me? Because you can't control your spirit. So, and this will lead you to a lot of destruction in life. And then you lead to what number one, you lose your respect.
Hope you're listening.
And when you lose your respect to your husband looking at you, believing so much that this is a virgin, at the end of the day you're not a virgin, you lose your respect. That's number one. You can't get it back again.
And sometimes see finish, enter. If you had slept with you before the whole thing, I mean, how many people do you want to try to force?
I don't know if I'm going to have some time because a lot of advice I would have loved.
Yes. That's where I'm coming from now. Before we let you go, Pastor, I want you to look at the camera and address the youth out there, because I know that your ministry is basically about youth. So what do you have to tell the youth about premarital sex?
What am I to tell the youth about the premarital sex is that number one.
Sorry, you can just.
I want us to walk on our flesh. But you can kill the flesh in you.
Okay.
I know it is not that sister in the church that said this, everyone has a spirit of immorality in us that lead us to premarital sex.
Very true.
So if you can, number one, kill the flesh in you, and then you can do what? You can avoid all manner of temptations. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
I some years back I got born again, knew there was Holy Ghost filled. I needed to work on myself. I picked my Bible. Where did I get to go and preach? It was the prostitution places. So at the end of the day, they turned back and preached for me because I wasn't strong. I wasn't equipped. So I have to return back and work on myself.
On yourself.
You know, David passes by and saw a woman naked. He has the power to say no. But because what you see is what you captured. He would have returned back and then let his mind rest. But he allowed what he saw to capture the mind. So from there, you now sit and begin to think negatively, because we have a negative thought that comes into our heart. More than 300 thoughts comes in less than 3 seconds. So it is left for you to select the good one and let the bad one go. So David returned back because he let the bad thought overrule him. So he had to return back and send for the woman. So that leads him to adultery. And from there, that leads him to killing. So we need to avoid these things. We need to work on ourselves. We need to be disciplined. I don't know. I don't know, because it's not. You discover that some youth today are very stubborn. You know, they believe that what they are doing is normal. It's normal, like it's a lifestyle. My daughter told me that it's just a lifestyle. How can someone live without having sex? He said, my daughter told me that I need to have sex 2 times a week so they can make me healthy. I said, are you married? He said, no. I said, yeah, the doctor is in married? He said, yes, of course. He said, what kind of advice did he have? I said, anytime I have sex, I will not be sick.
Okay.
And he's confident on it.
Very, very confident.
I have to have sex 2 times a week so that I can be healthy. So I said, that doctor is leading you to destruction because you don't know. He said, I only have one person I have sex with. So what if the person is wrong? What if the person traveled? He said, I'll look for another person and then keep the person. It leads to other negative. So I advise, all the young ones and all the youth over there, please, if you can deal with the flesh inside of you. Bible said you step out of the flesh and then you step into the supernatural. Sometimes you need to also be 50% spiritual and then 50% flesh. Not only 20% spiritual, then 80% flesh. You can't avoid it. You can't pass the temptation because every single day of our life there comes temptation, even at the road, even in the car, anywhere you are, you find yourself there. So if you can work on your flesh, if you can kill that flesh in you, and then you walk towards it, you will come out of it. And then number 2, we need to understand that we need to break ourselves, attack ourselves. And what I mean is attack. Deal with that thing that is telling
That
you
is
go.
telling you go.
Sometimes when you're like example when you're fast, you say you want to break by 12. The flesh will say break by 10 is the same thing. 6 to 10 is the same thing. Why are you breaking by 12? So if you listen to the flesh, you now break by 10 or
By 10.
Really, you. That one, na big time temptation. Wow. Anyway, I wish we had more time, but I want to say a big thank you to Pastor Andy Joseph Akpan for being here. It's so good to have you. We're so delighted. The time is so short, but we're grateful. On that note, hope to see you tomorrow. My name is Romina Lura Adejoke David. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.
Yes, our guest said it is what you see that works on your mind. So please, when you see that all sexy coffee girl pass your way, close your eyes. It's not if you're in a relationship. You don't have to say let's make love before you know I love you. The girl loves you. That is just what I'm trying. That's what a lot of men use in catching girls. If you know you love me, prove it. We will prove it the other way around in the spirit and in truth. Thank you for being a part of Family and Value today. Time is not always our friend, but we need to run. Yes, tomorrow's topic, we will be discussing finding love as a single parent. Oh, this is for the single parents out there. Finding love as a single parent. Stay tuned tomorrow while we have that conversation. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the day. Bye. Bye.